The Golden Bachelorette, Joan Vassos, and Chalk Chapel's long-distance living situation could damage their relationship. Are they apart for too long? Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel. For latest news update, please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. The Golden Bachelorette couple Joan Vassos and Chalk Chapel have been in a long-distance relationship since they got engaged, and although it seems to be working for them now, it could damage their relationship if they stay apart for too long. Joan and stay apart for too long. Joan and Chalk had a strong connection throughout the Golden Bachelorette Season 1, which began when she gave him the first one-on-one date of the season, which took place in Disneyland. However, soon after, Chalk had to leave for a bit because his mother passed away. Joan was ecstatic and relieved when Chalk returned to her on the Golden Bachelorette Season 1. After that, they became even closer, and they shared a meaningful hometown date and a magical fantasy suite date. At the end of the season, Chalk proposed to Joan at the final rose ceremony in a beautiful moment in which they expressed their love for each other. However, since their engagement, Joan and Chalk have been in a long-distance relationship, which might eventually take its toll. Even though there are signs that Joan and Chalk are keeping their individual homes in Maryland and Kansas before the Golden Bachelorette even began filming. Joan made it clear that she wasn't going to move away from her home of Rockville, Maryland, because she didn't want to leave her family, including her 4 adult children, her 3 grandchildren, and her 92-year-old mother. Similarly, Chalk doesn't want to move away from his hometown of Wichita, Kansas, because he has work obligations there. However, his 2 adult children live on the East Coast. Joan and Chalk want to move to New York City together. During the Golden Bachelorette Season 1, during their final date, Chalk presented Joan with a heart-shaped keychain and asked her to find a place in New York City with him after the show if she chose him. After their engagement was revealed, Joan and Chalk announced their plans to move to New York City together and find a place where they could meet up when they want to be alone. They haven't found their dream home there yet, but they're still actively searching for it. Joan is happy with her long-distance relationship. Joan and Chalk have revealed that they try not to spend more than 2 weeks apart from each other, and, while they still plan to get married in the future, Joan is happy with their current long-distance situation. In an interview with Parade, Joan explained that her and Chalk's relationship works for them. She shared, "Everybody looks at this like, there's no way this can work because you're not together every minute. We don't feel the same way about it. We feel like we both have pretty rich lives in our 60s. Joan continued by saying that when people meet at her and Chalk's age, they have things going on in their lives, such as family, jobs, friend groups, and hobbies, that take up their time. She stated that because of this, couples don't have to spend every waking moment together or live in the same city. Joan shared that she and Chalk visit each other when there's something fun happening in their hometowns. She said, "He had a party at his country club on Friday night. We had a blast. I loved being there." Joan explained, "We're not living with each other, but we're kind of living our best lives." Joan went on to reveal that she and Chalk don't participate in the everyday parts of each other's lives, such as family obligations and work. She said, "We get to travel and do all the fun things and be together for those. And then the mundane things of, like, me babysitting my grandkids and him going to work. He's kind of doing it by himself, which I don't need to be there for, and he certainly doesn't want to be here with me babysitting my grandkids or taking my mom to the doctor." Since the Golden Bachelorette ended, Joan and Chalk have been traveling together and attending events. They also celebrated the holidays as a couple, and they brought their families together. However, they don't spend their everyday lives together. Although this might seem like a problem, it seems to be working just fine for them. Joan and Chalk need time to continue to get to know each other after the fast timeline of the Golden Bachelorette, rather than rushing into living together. They're also easing their families into this major life transition. Joan and Chalk's relationship works for them, and that's all that matters. Joan and Chalk have already experienced married life. Both Joan and Chalk have been married before, so they're not in a rush to tie the knot. Joan's husband of 32 years, John, tragically passed away due to pancreatic cancer in 2021, while Chalk's marriage to his wife, Heather, ended in divorce after 12 years. Chalk was also engaged to his fiancée of 9 years, Kathy, but she sadly passed away due to brain cancer in 2022. Because Joan and Chalk have both experienced marriage before, they don't feel the need to rush down the aisle. This is why it wasn't as important to them to move in together right away. However, Joan has said that she'd like to have a televised wedding with Chalk because she feels that she owes it to Golden Bachelorette viewers to give them a fairy tale ending to their love story. Is Joan and Chalk's long-distance relationship a red flag? Although some might view Joan and Chalk's long-distance relationship as a red flag, the fact is that it really does seem to work well for them. Joan has said in the past that she and Chalk aren't on a timeline to get married because they're older and they don't have biological clocks to deal with. They aren't going to have children together, but instead will blend the lives that they've already established for themselves, so they're in no rush to live together or get married. It's challenging for two people in their 60s to blend their lives together, especially when they live in different states. In the past, other Bachelor Nation relationships have crumbled due to the challenge of long distance, including the Golden Bachelor Season 1 couple Jerry Turner and Theresa Nist, who got married during the Golden Wedding. However, they got divorced just 3 months later because they couldn't decide where to live because neither one of them wanted to leave their families. In addition, Jerry's cancer diagnosis shifted his priorities. Therefore, their relationship had too many odds stacked against it in order for it to survive. However, Joan and Chalk seem very happy with their living arrangement. They're not living apart without a plan in mind. Rather, they want to keep their own homes in Maryland and Kansas while also moving to New York together. Because they've thought things through, their relationship will be much stronger, and their future together will have a clear path. Joan and Chalk are making a strong effort not to spend more than 2 weeks apart, which can fly by quickly when people are caught up in the hustle and bustle of everyday life. They seem to have a strong enough connection that their long-distance living situation won't damage their relationship. As Joan said, they're living their best lives. Because of this, they're one of Bachelor Nation's strongest couples. Joan and Chalk will most likely live together eventually, but until then, they're still living happily ever after. Golden Bachelorette's Joan Vassos is making big changes to her lifestyle. The Golden Bachelorette star, Joan Vassos, has recently opened up about some major lifestyle changes she's made that have helped her become more healthy and active now that she's in her 60s. In an interview with Business Insider about her partnership with Aspercream, Vassos explained how she has added fun hobbies, such as pickleball, into her regular routine. She has also made it a habit to do strength workouts at home, and remarked how easy it is to just pull up a YouTube video to work out, rather than have to go to a gym. The reality TV star is a big fan of partaking in an energetic group activity, such as walking or pickleball, to combine a workout with a social aspect. Meanwhile, Vassos has also described how these active changes in her life have allowed her to have more energy to travel and play with her grandkids. Now that she's in her 60s, she has realized that she doesn't have to slow down, saying Joan Vassos also detailed her healthy diet in the interview. Vassos did not only explain her new workout routine, but also went on to detail that protein is a huge part of her daily diet. The Golden Bachelorette revealed that she normally relies on lean meats, such as a rotisserie chicken or some turkey, throughout her week. In the interview, Vassos did not only explain her new workout routine, but also went on to detail that